Okay, there we go. Hi guys. First of all, the music that I'm using in this video is in the description. It's by Gas. All the albums that I'm using in this video are in the description, as well as their Bandcamp if you want to support them. This channel is just going to be out playing games that I want to play. I don't know. I don't really feel like doing any editing, so I just figured I'd do some commentary or whatever, because I like these games. And also there's not a lot of content about Brogue in particular on YouTube, so I thought I'd start doing that. I'm gonna be doing the daily challenge. They do it weekly. They have like a small Reddit thread where they post a seed and you try to compete to see, you know, how far you can get, and then you can compare scores later to see how you did, see what other players did. And since this is the first video on the channel and the first time, obviously, that I'm playing Brogue here, I'll try to explain a little bit as I go, but for the most part, I'm just gonna try to do my best. I'm not very good at this game, but I'm sure some of you in the comments can tell me what the hell I'm doing wrong. if you know what you're doing, I don't know, because I certainly don't. But anyways, seed game. Yep, this is the right seed. All right, let's get started. So if you're unfamiliar, I'm this little @ guy. Here's our inventory. Thankfully, with Brogue, unlike other traditional roguelikes, there isn't any like annoying stats or leveling that you have to keep track of. It's literally just finding enchant scrolls and some potions that boost your stats. That is it. There's nothing else you need to pay attention to, so it's pretty laid back. Very laid back compared to other ones. And I've always really liked this one in particular. So, all right, let's get started. This is a scroll. I'm not gonna okay, I'm not gonna explain every single thing I'm doing. That's a kobold. I just killed them. You walk into them with your face and yeah, they explode. You basically just bash into each other until one of you dies. That's the core gameplay, but there's also a lot of tools that can get you out of a lot of situations. Like further down the line, you worry less about killing enemies as you do avoiding them, because you are not gonna face tank a dragon almost ever. Unless you're specifically built for that, in which case, like, you just win anyway. Right, let me actually pay attention. So, the game is on a pretty strict food timer. Food is pretty scarce throughout the dungeon, but it is guaranteed to spawn, like, intermittently. But if you miss any food, it's pretty bad, which is why part of the reason why you generally want to full clear. This is a key, so there's going to be a vault somewhere on this floor. And when you pick these up, usually something nasty happens. I don't know what this one is, but yeah, they're always trapped. See, this time it's a descent thingy. I'm going to try to swim across the river to avoid it. There we go. Cool. And we'll be able to find that vault somewhere else on this floor. We got a wand. And these exclamation marks are potions. And the only other thing we're going to find is gold and weapons, which look like a little arrow pointing up. Here's that vault I was talking about. We can take exactly one of these. Tunneling's decent, but it's not a very high charge. Obviously, I'd prefer obstruction if we're going to play like a rat. Everything else here is just kind of meh, except for the Ring of Reaping, which I'm hoping is good, but I mean, this is generally just like a stupid strong ring to have. You can, what it does, I think it heals you when you attack enemies. Oh no, it recharges staffs. Okay, yeah, so this is really good for wizard builds as well, because if you get like a really meaty weapon, you slap enemies and then you can just use your wands like over and over again. They typically have like a pretty long charge. Like this one's 250 turns, it's quite a bit, and it only holds 2 charge. But as you enchant them, they get stronger, and obviously these rings help a lot with that. And also, everything in a vault will never be cursed, so I'm free to put this on. Sometimes you'll get a cursed vault, which will, you have to put the thing on, and then you can't take it off until you find a scroll that can relieve you of it. I think there might be like a secret here, so I'm gonna search. Nope. There's secret corridors, and they appear more frequently as you go further down. Same with traps and all the nasty things. You'll see, assuming we, you know, do decently. I hope so. Because I don't want the first video on this channel to just be dying in Death 4 to some ogre or something. That'd be embarrassing. I'm uploading it either way. So these are staircases. If it's pointing to the right, that means going down. If it's pointing to the left, that means going back up. And in case you didn't read the text at the start, we just need to go down, grab the amulet of Yendor, and then bring it back to the entrance to escape. That's all. That's all we need to do. I think we have finished exploring this floor. I don't think there's going to be something secret here. It's kind of a tight space. And again, those are kind of unlikely on the high floors, so I'm just going to continue. And I will try not to yap as much as I am right now. I promise. Generally, again, like, things get nastier as you go on, but the early floors are pretty free. You're not really gonna run into much of any problems. There's also a stealth mechanic in the game. That monkey didn't see me for too long, and though I have a pretty high stealth range, since I was standing in some light or whatever. Yeah, there you go. Sunlight streaming in through cracks in the ceiling, so I'm kind of revealed right now. Enemies will notice me more easily, but if they don't see you in time, you can do like a sneak attack. I think it does double damage unless you're using a dagger, where it does 4 times the damage, and you can usually one-shot enemies, especially in the early game. So this guy's sleeping. Maybe we can sneak up on him? Nope. Okay, so yeah, monkeys, they steal your stuff. They just take random things, and I don't want him to have my food. But thankfully, you always start with darts. You have plenty of them. And so I'm just gonna explode him, hopefully. There we go. And the rest of these guys are pretty trivial. I'm not too worried about them. You can see we picked up an axe. We have some potions. I'll talk about that later. For now, I'm just gonna pick up as many things as I can find. I don't want to deal with that, so I'm gonna go this way. There's the staircase, but we want to grab the rest of the goodies this floor while everything is easy. Later down the line, we do not want to fully explore full floors because we'll run into something nasty and die. We'd prefer to just get the hell out as soon as possible. You'll notice some numbers next to these equipments, by the way. These only apply to weapons and armor, and it's like the sorry, it's the required strength you need to wield the weapon properly or the armor properly. You can still wear them, but like if I use this axe, then I'll have a massive penalty to my accuracy and my damage won't be as strong, so it's not as reliable as the dagger I have now. Unless I enchant it, which relieves it by 1, so it'd become 14. Or if I drink a strength pot, that increases my strength like for everything. And so if my strength was 15, I would be able to equip the axe like without having to enchant it. And enchantments are pretty much, as well as strength pots, enchantments are the only way to like choose how you get stronger. So generally you kind of want to stockpile those in the early game until you have a build or something that looks really fancy and you want to put a lot of stuff on it. So for example, weapons can spawn with runes, which make them pretty strong depending on what the rune is. And if you find something really nice and you just put all your enchant scrolls on that, or like a really nice ring, and then you're just set. I'm trying to swim through the river to save some turns. It's a little bit annoying, but it worked out there. I am gonna check this out, because items love to hide like in the tiniest spots off screen. So I want to make sure. I just want to make sure, because if we're missing out on like a piece of food, then it's like devastating. There's this freaking guy again. I'm just gonna hide a little bit. Hello? Okay. He's going on ahead. And okay, I think he went over the water, so we're chilling. Cool. I don't care if he follows me down here because he's kind of slow and he doesn't know how to move properly. Generally, things are chill until about depth 5, I would say. Because I think depth 5 is the earliest you can see ogres. There's a jackal pack. Oh god, there's a lot of them. Okay. So I'm going to use some corridor strats. I really don't like this. I think I can lose from this position pretty easily. 4 of them is kind of rough for the early game. So I'm going to move into the corridor so I can attack them one at a time. And I'm just going to see how this goes. You can see all my health in the top left. I'm just hoping they die before I die, pretty much. They move pretty quickly, so sometimes they can... I think every time, actually, if they're next to you, they attack twice. So, okay. Thankfully, we got pretty lucky and that went pretty well. But you can die to that fairly often. But again, I want to save identifying these things for later. Just so I can get max value out of the potions I find. Found the staircase early, which is nice. We know where we're going. I'm going to stand here, because I think while you're standing still, you have a smaller stealth range. And I just want this monkey to walk into me, but he found me. You can see he's hunting me now. So hopefully we kill him before he take... Okay. Well, he took an unknown potion, so I'm just going to go find him later. I'm not going to bother with that. He's moving towards the staircase anyway, so whatever. Oh god, another one of these guys. We're at half health. But there is a confusion trap here. Here's kind of like a cool thing. We can throw this. And now all those guys in that cloud of gas are going to get confused. I'm going to wait for that to clear out. See, this guy, he can't move how he intends to. He just has to move randomly, so they're really easy to kill now. That guy's stuck in the lake. Wait, I found more darts? Did I drop these accidentally? Am I stupid? I don't know. Alright, we're chilling. These pink plants, if you step into these little... They call it a bloodwort pod. It'll... Here, I'll just show you. Creates a little cloud of healing gas. And you can heal your allies this way as well, so... Thankfully, they're pretty common. I don't know if they decrease in, like, how often they show up when you go deeper, but... I haven't really noticed, to be honest. They're generally pretty common. I regret this immediately. You don't really want to fight these guys outside of a corridor, because then they can kind of gang up on you and deal a ton of damage at once. This is really bad. Hello. How much health do you have? Okay, we can probably escape out the bottom. And I don't think they're any faster than we are, so we can kind of just run away from them until maybe we heal. I probably should have saved this bloodwort for later, but... Here, maybe we can use the confusion trap. Assuming there's not anything that we're gonna run into. Cobalt, don't care. The only thing I'm worried about is like a pair of jackals or another jelly or something. Let's see, how much health do you have? Not much, we can just bop you. And you're the high health guy, so I don't really want to fight you right now. Again, I know this is very efficient use of our food, but... I'd rather live. Oh, here we go. This works. But I don't really want to heal these guys up, because if these guys get back up to full health, then I'll have to be fighting 3 of these, which will be just as strong as the initial one that split apart, so I'm going to avoid that. And I'm just going to try to confuse them, hopefully. We got one of them. It was the low health guy, so I don't really care. Oh god. Okay, we can escape through the lake. I don't think they like to swim. I should have done this initially, but whatever. It gives you a good idea of how this game usually functions. It's pretty fun. It's a good strategy game. And since it's not real time, you don't have to worry about it so much. You can just take as much time as you need. If you're in like a really fucked up situation that you got yourself into, you can just think about it for a while. But in the interest of time, I'd really just, I'm not going to do that to you guys. But also because I don't feel like editing. I'm going to wait a while for that cloud to dissipate. It takes a little bit. There we go. So, yeah, again, you can, there's a food timer, so obviously if I'm waiting here, all my nutrition will go down. But you can use it to heal. And it's not like that strict, the food timer is, but if you're not careful and you don't manage it throughout the game, it can really come back to bite you. Now, I can't say I've personally lived long enough to experience that, so I'm pretty much just taking the word of other people who've played this game, but, We're about healed now. I'm kind of worried about the jellies though, because they're probably a little bit healed up as well. I don't care about the singular dart. Let's just, again, pray that we don't see those jellies ever again, and we can move on with our lives. There's some food. Oh yeah. There's a conjurer. Hell no. Thankfully he's in a corridor so we can actually get to him, but those guys like to run away and just summon a bunch of spears at you endlessly, which can be really annoying if you're in a really bad spot. But if you find the proper wand for it, you can summon them yourselves. There's actually a good build in this game where, like, if I had a wand of summoning those spear thingies for myself, I can just put all my enchants on that and then spew them everywhere as fast as I can on every new floor, and they'll just go out and wreak havoc. It's pretty fun. Okay. Well, these guys can't see me. Okay, now they can. I'm gonna walk into the corridor. I think we can take these guys just fine now, because our health is good. Okay. No longer a threat, and I think we're done with this floor. I'm gonna go heal because depth 4 can be a little bit scary. I don't want to run into another jackal pack. That sounds funny to say. Unprepared. Alright. Look at all these traps. Paralysis, alarm, paralysis. And again, as you go further down into the dungeon, those will appear more and they'll also be hidden. And you can search for them, but again, that takes up hunger, so you can find rings that reveal those things, but you have to get a very specific one. Here, I'm gonna don't be scared. I'm gonna show you like all the items you could possibly get. Literally, this is everything in the game. Not too bad, right? You can just read everything. This is why I'm waiting on potions, is because detect magic. If I use detect magic, it'll reveal whether everything in my inventory and also the things on the floor are good or bad. So that way I don't accidentally quaff a potion of incineration, for example, or use a wand of empowerment on an enemy that I meant to destroy. That kind of thing. I think the Ring of Awareness is the one that lets you reveal traps automatically. Anyways. This screen is useful because, like, if you, for example, have revealed a lot of the good potions, you can be pretty sure that new potions you find are probably going to be bad. You can do, like, process of elimination. Oh my god, the pink jellies always notice me, but we're in a corridor with full health. We should be fine. Okay. I'm just gonna try to get this guy out of here. Okay, toads are annoying. They do this. They make your screen all funky. So, like, these are enemies over here. The bloat is sleeping in a pile of urine. But you can see it's like changing all the time, and it's like, we don't know what these guys are. We have no idea. But since we're on early floors, they're probably not that bad. But once we get to Death 5, I'm gonna be a little bit concerned about that. Thankfully, it doesn't apply to the items in your inventory. I think it does on the base game. But in the community edition, I think it's patched out. I might just be hallucinating that. I don't know. No pun intended. Sorry, I just had to check something. Okay. What is this? Good. Wonderful. Generally... Oh god, I got scared for a second. I was like, no, we're just hallucinating. There we go. So it's just how many jellies are we gonna find? By the way, we've seen a lot of them. I'm sorry if my mic is speaking, by the way. I've literally never done this. I don't know. That was a little bit bad. Now we can go like back a floor and then, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I think this is worth our time to just heal up a little. And I do think these sports, however you call them, the pods, I think they do regenerate over time, just really slowly. It's not reliable. That is also something I might be making up. And also, as you can see, we're finally hungry, which is telling us we can eat food and fully enjoy it, so we're not like wasting it by, you know, eating it too early or whatever. It also frees up some inventory space, which is nice. Holy shit, +3? Well, again, this thing is only good if we have staves, and currently we have exactly 0 of them, so, who knows? If we find a funny staff, then I might use this, but otherwise, you know, I'm not just gonna put every enchant scroll into this until I know it'll actually be useful. Plus 3 is really unlikely to find naturally, by the way. It's pretty strong. Finding a lot of axes. I have a broadsword as well. These weapons are usually pretty good, but I don't think they're often enchanted or have any runes on them, so you kind of just have to put a lot of resources into them. I generally don't like to use them because of that. Because if you just put all of your stuff into a weapon, then you are lacking in defense and evasion, which is the most important thing in this game. Finding a lot of weapons, what the hell? I am gonna block this monkey from getting out, so if he takes my stuff, he can't, you know, he can't escape. I don't care about the gold, by the way. I just want to win. I don't care about anything, I just want to win. Look, it's not worth the turns to walk over to this and pick it up for some arbitrary number to go up, okay? I only care about trying to win. That's all I care about. That's it. Yeah. Now we're on Scary Floor. And beyond. So, ogres, I think they naturally spawn on depth 7. But there's a very low chance on any given floor that monsters can spawn out of depth. So we might see an ogre here. It's just really unlikely until we get to depth 7. And considering we haven't used literally any item at all, I would not be able to handle them at all. So hopefully we don't see them. We're gonna be hallucinating again, which means we need to be careful. Actually, what are you? Oh, good. Oh, money. I love money. Okay. I can tell if it's an ogre because they attack slowly, and whenever they hit you, they push you back. Can actually see now. Always nice. Okay, so enchant scrolls are the most likely thing to spawn because the game like forces it to spawn at least enough times, so it's actually fair every seed. So I think these are probably the enchant scrolls, more than likely. But again, I don't want to use those right now until I know something's decent. So like for example, if I use a detect magic, wherever it might be, and I see that these are positively good, then I'll probably try to use them because they have some enchantments on them. We don't know how much enchanted they are, but we'll know they're at least enchanted by 1. So for example, I could definitely use this once I drink 1 strength pot, because it'd be at 13 at the very minimum. I didn't mean to pick that up. I'm sorry. Check this out. Hiya, hiya. Do you think it's worth it to walk all the way around to check this room? Well, we're gonna find out. These the world's most crispiest fries. Or whatever. No. Die. Not a crazy amount of items. Our pack is we still have room for this, which is nice. We can use a death match on depth 6, which is not very common from what I found, at least. And enemies do spawn intermittently if you stay on the same floor, so it's not safe if you clear everything, unfortunately. There's like every reason not to take your time. But you know, in real time, you can do that because it's turn-based. But you really should be focusing on like optimizing how you play. Or so I've heard. Acid mountains are annoying. They if you don't have protected weapons or a protected armor set, they can corrode it and negatively enchant it every time they attack you or you attack them. So to be honest, I'm just gonna take off all my clothes and I'm gonna punch him to death. Okay. Well, we lived. And I want to do some potion testing this floor because I really want to get stronger. I don't want to see an ogre with just the default gears, so but I need to heal up for that first, and I don't just want to sit around. Let's just explode this guy and hopefully the toad must die. No? Okay. Nice. We didn't get hallucinated. So much. Okay. We don't have any room to pick up things anymore, so potion testing would be ideal here. And I really hope we have a death match. That'd be nice. I am just gonna drop this here for now. I could equip it because it's at 12, and it would be better than my leather armor. Assuming it's not cursed, but if it is cursed, I don't want to put it on, so that's why I'm waiting. Especially since we're gonna try to use a death match this floor. Let's check out this room first. I feel like this is a good spot to do some testing. Okay, let's try. Oh, potion of life. I'm gonna save this one because it heals you to full and removes negative status effects. So it's like a good panic button. Okay, potion of strength. Epic. I'm only capable of drinking good potions, I guess. And there's no death match, unfortunately. The confusion thankfully doesn't last too long. Doesn't seem like we're gonna get a death match here. But you can kind of scum it by throwing items close to the staircase and just moving things that way. So I'm gonna do that a little bit until I can find a death match. Ah, I didn't mean to move. I'm not really good with the keybinds yet, so forgive me for this. Also, in case you're wondering, the names and colors of the potions are randomized every time, so you can't just infer that Woo's Hortaflurks is gonna be like aggravate monsters every time, for example. There's only 2 bad scrolls, and unlike the potions, the negative scrolls have no utility whatsoever unless you like want to get yourself killed. Hello. Yeah, I'm gonna do the process. I'm gonna take this off first. He still doesn't see me, so maybe we can just boink. That did not do that much damage. Okay. We're gonna remove our clothes, and then we're gonna punch him to death. Okay. And yeah, if you're not familiar with the keybinds and you don't have like a numpad to move diagonally, you can just use your mouse to move around. I think it uses A star and it moves optimally to whatever you're trying to go. So it's pretty accessible. And the game's free. I'll link it in the description. You can download it, or you can play online if you're suspicious of it. I should probably stop talking about the yeah, I'm just gonna grab this and then chuck it out the staircase and we're gonna continue. Why is there so many acid mounds, man? Oh my god, I'm gonna... I'm just gonna hide. I don't want to deal with it. Please don't see me. Oh my god, I'm gonna snap. Okay. Well, I am gonna use my dagger here because I don't have that much health, and yeah, this really sucks. Maybe we can just. I probably shouldn't have done that. But we do have a lot of weapons. I'm hoping one of these pans out. And that potion telepathy lasts a really long time, and as you can imagine, it's super helpful for later floors if you want to avoid enemies that have a capital letter. What do we do about this guy? Where do we... Okay, I think I can punch him to death now. Hopefully. Oh, there we go. Just gonna pick up as much stuff as we can. Oh, we drink a lot of potions, so we can just pick all this stuff up. My bad. Okay, it's not very often that the game just gives you food like this, but I'm not gonna complain. There's a fall. I'm gonna be a little bit more careful here. Oh, there's a group of fellas. So these guys just kind of generally stay around with their totem. And this thing has ranged attacks and stuff. And the goblins can attack from one tile away if you haven't seen that already. They're pretty strong for the early game. I definitely cannot take them on with my gear right now, so I'm not going to. Well, hopefully we don't have to. Oh god. Please tell me this is a secret. Okay. Yeah. Well, needless to say, this is really bad. I think we're gonna be using our potion of life here. We have a -1 to... Oh, we're not even wearing our armor. Oh my god. Look, the thing is, I don't have anything identified that can actually help me. All the potions were used up. And I don't know what the hell the scrolls do. Like, if we use a scroll and it summon monsters, we die on the spot. And I don't want to use this wand. But running forever isn't gonna do us any good. What the hell do we do here? I would search and try to see if there's a secret entrance going up. But that counts as standing still, and they're just gonna like have free reign over attacking me. I'm not sure if I really have any other option other than to just run the hell away. Maybe we can try looping them on the next floor. Oh god, the vampire bat sees me as well. Thankfully, the goblin is slower than these three fellas, so he's gonna kind of clog up the... He's gonna clog up the drain. But he's still just as fast as me, so he's not... It's not like he's gonna lose me or anything. This is not ideal. In case you're wondering. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I am gonna continue to run. And when we get low enough, I'm just gonna use my potion of life. Oh my god, oh my god. Okay. They kill me in 4 hits. 3 hits. So the plan is I am just gonna jump in this hole and pray to God that it puts me somewhere that is not in the middle of everything. They're missing every hit, which is nice. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not gonna get one shot. That's all that matters. Okay, I'm gonna use my potion of life. Here it is. And we're gonna jump down. Alright, so immediately the question is... This is the only guy that... Okay, no, he doesn't see me. There's other guys that doesn't see me. Considering we can only kill them in 6 hits, and we're gonna do 4x damage with our dagger, I don't think they're gonna die, but we really don't have any other option other than to just ping them. They heal by attacking us, so hopefully... Oh my god, look. Look, they didn't take any damage at all. Oh my god. So this is the point in the run where we start panicking. Sanctuary's nice, but this isn't really the best place for it. This is the only guy that can hit us right now. But with this Mystic that's gonna give these guys buffs, I don't think we can just sit here. At the very least though, this does give us a little bit more time to live and test our scrolls. That's not helpful. That's not helpful either. The play might be, like, I can equip the sword and just pray it's not cursed. It isn't cursed. It would tell me if it were, so that's nice. Okay. I really should have tried that earlier, but I was too afraid of a cursed weapon. Oh my god. Well, I think we made it out of there. I'm gonna go behind the door and he's just gonna follow me and die. Oh my god, a strength potion. Okay, we're alright guys, we're alright. We're okay. We used literally everything, but we're fine. These are definitely our enchant scrolls, by the way, there's no doubt about it. Just gonna get this guy out of here. Oh, mirror totem. Oh, so, yeah, this is a vault up here, and if we step onto these red thingies, it just yoinks us back. But I think we can cheese it by putting items in front of it. I don't know if they patched this or not. Oh! Okay. Then, somewhere on this floor, I think, will be like a levitation potion. I think that works. I'm kind of unsure. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can I catch a break? Oh my god, he sees me right as he comes close to me. Oh my god, I'm gonna snap. Let's see. Kills me in 3 hits. We have a 46% chance to hit him, and we kill him in 7 hits. Allah, we cannot kill this guy. What is this? One, a negation doesn't matter because this guy is not magical. I really do not want to put all of my resources into enchanting this sword or my armor just to get out, because I think in the long run that just loses us the game on the spot. We might be okay going back and facing the enemies that we left on the previous floor. But if the ogre is right behind us, I think that might be extremely bad. And also by then we would have to assume that we would have healed enough to take the fall and land in probably the middle of enemies again. Because we don't have any potions to use, we don't have any scrolls to use. This wand doesn't do literally anything versus this guy. The only option we have is to use a weapon or run. We are strength 15, so we technically could use these axes. I just don't want them to be cursed. See, if he hits me, he's gonna knock me back and be like, he's not gonna do a crazy amount of damage, but he is gonna hurt a lot. Okay, this one at the very least is not cursed. Okay. The sanctuary, the green glyphs up here won't save me because he can just attack me diagonally. I don't think we have a choice but to go back up. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Go away. What are we doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please die. Please. Please die. God, you. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. We're dead. We're dead. We're dead. Well, that was good fun. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I could have done differently, but... Well, that's how it goes sometimes. We died really early, but I think that was just really unfortunate. I don't know the counterplay to that. If you do know, please let me know how I'm an idiot. I'd really like to know. I'm trying to learn how to beat this game. But yeah, that's Brogue. I hope that's a decent introduction to it. This was very unfortunate, but yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay.